Previously on Trey's cars, we saw Trey remove the steering column and cut and add the third pedal for the clutch. But there is still lots of work to do to match one of a manual version. In this video, Trey will be swapping the rear differential and axles.
Starting this video off, I'm just removing the automatic differential and the axles as well, and swapping them over to ones that came off a manual car, so that it has a different gear ratio with this differential that I'm about to put in next, and then just different axles as well. So it should be, different gear ratio and work better with the transmission that I'm throwing in there. So it should be good to go. Go, bro. Bust these on. What is up, guys? Coming into this video at a different point. It's time to throw this trans in here. I've been holding out for too long. I got the new clutch right there, and trans is right here. I got the trans apart because I'm replacing all these little shifter boots and linkage and all these bushings and stuff that I am taking care of. As you can see, I got this old piece right here that I did replaced. Where's it at? Right here, as you can see. So you can see the difference now. So got that in pretty good there. So that looks nice and good. Flywheel, trans, clutch, drive shaft. And so yeah, I think she's ready to get thrown in just a second here. I just gotta change out all these bushings and it should be good to go. Torque down all these bolts, all those, so I think the clutch can go in now.
Line up with the dowels, get your bolts started. All right. Now you can going to, but I'd say try it.
Hey, yo. Same. Walk a little. Okay, this is pretty hard part. This is the master cylinder for the clutch, and this is the line for the clutch. I had to feed it all the way where the footwell is. It goes straight to that clutch pedal, so just having to feed all this stuff in there is pretty tough. And I don't know if you can see that bolt right there, that nut. I had to keep twisting it and turning it on. The nut is right there, so I gotta keep turning it into the reservoir or whatever. And yeah, it's just being a pain in the butt right now, but stuff you gotta do. Almost done now, almost done. Okay, so this goes to the clutch, I guess overflow, not overflow, but whatever, tank, whatever. And the one that I originally had in there was too short, so I had to go find some piping or whatever, some hose to put all the way through here. And I'm gonna try to have it sit between these 2 points right here. So I'm gonna use a bolt right here and keep this bolt right there, kind of sit in there, and it's gonna sit OEM. So that's what I'm trying to do. All right, so I just installed the little clutch, I guess fill or whatever. What I did is just use the bolt back here and just lined it up perfectly. And you can see it looks OEM when you're just looking in there. It just sits right there, and it's nice and easy at the top here. So you can screw it off, put your fluid in there. So I just gotta run this line all the way down to the master cylinder. So we'll see how that goes. Day 4, working on this thing. As you can see here, trans is in. Got the slave in. Ran all the plumbing and lines all the way up. All that is good to go now. So now I just gotta bleed basically the clutch lines and stuff into the slave or whatever out this little hose right here, this little breather right here. Just gotta bleed it out, and then should be good to go. So I've left out a lot of steps. As you can see, I got a lot going on here. I've been here for some time, not really recording, just trying to lock in, trying to get this thing done for you guys. But as you can see, this little bleeder hose right here, cracked it loose. Now when I do put the fluid in there from the top, it should go all the way down and land in here. So I'm just bleeding it out, and then when I get a steady stream, that's when I know to close it, and then it should be pressurized, the clutch. Well, the clutch system or whatever, fluid. So that's just what I'm going to do now. So I just got to drop it back down and fill it up, and we'll go from there. Okay, taking a look up top here. This is our tank that we are putting all this in. So I just unscrew that there. And you can see it's filled up right now, but hopefully eventually it'll go start going down, and I can just keep adding. So yep, I can start putting the dry shaft on, and I finally got this all together just about. I gotta fix the pedal bracket because it's still loose. Didn't show you guys this, but we got the gears in. You can change gears now. Can't believe it, finally. Yeah, let me go ahead and get some of this going. As far as the exhaust, I'm not throwing that back on because the exhaust was bent really bad and it was hanging. I actually need to go to the exhaust shop and actually get that fitted up correctly. And yeah, so we'll figure out what to do. All right, so got our transmission bracket here with our new transmission mounts. So shout out to Commodore Speed Shop. They make good mounts. Had these recommended to me, so I'm just gonna throw these on right here, and should be good to go. Nice and strong and feel nice and planted. So I have the transmission thing on now with the bracket with the mounts, the new mounts from Commodore. I just need to tighten it up from the top and from the bottom. I'm just gonna suck it in, and then I gotta use a pull jack to lift it up, and then tighten it up with these bolts right here where those holes go. So yep. it's looking. Got the shifter linkage in from Turner Motorsport. It's a poly bushing, so it should feel nice and good. Just want to wipe down everything over here since I won't be under here for a minute, so hopefully. And then I got to install this new Guibo. This goes right there. It's the old one right here, so just take that one out, put the new one in, and then the drive shaft should be able to go up and into the car. Alright, got the old Guibo off. Now it's time to put on the new one. And just like that, the Guibo is installed. Drive shaft is in. As you can see, it's starting to look like a car again. I gotta put these bolts right here. I go into this on this side right there, which ties down this Guibo all the way, and then tighten up the center support bearing, and then I need to tighten the back of the drive shaft bolts. All these. I'll pull the e-brake up, and then it can't move anymore. Tighten it down and pull the e-brake up, down again, and then turn it, and then do it to the other side as well. Torque them to spec, and then it should be good to go. Drive shaft is complete. These bolts torqued down. These bolts torqued down, and the Guibo is assembled with all the bolts going around it. And look at that. Everything's moving as it should, so everything is good to go. So now we can move forward further into the build. Before I do any like starting up on the car, I also want to do a fresh oil change because in my ownership, this car has not had an oil change done. So what I did was go ahead and loosen the filter, which is right there. It's nice and loose. Remove this cap right here. That way we know no oil is in there. Oh, the gasket just came off as I did that. But anyways, so did get some fresh oil, some more thicker oil too. That way, clean out this motor pretty good there too. Nice 5W40, which was recommended to me by all my guys who have these old cars. So should do very good in there. Real nice and thick. So clean everything out. Let's go ahead and get this thing draining. Oil change is taken care of. Now I need to fill the transmission with the manual trans fluid. So that is what I'm about to do now. This is the fill plug, this is the drain plug. So obviously we're gonna put it in the fill plug. Okay, it's already like full. That's insane. Yeah, I think it's ready to start. It's ready to start. Bled the clutch. I think it's ready to start. Wow.